Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Bhaal. Right, you may have noticed we are in a slightly different position than where we were, scattered around. I've just regrouped us and I noticed we had greater melees on affecting Aerie and Imoen. So I decided to wait until that had worn off.
Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
It is done. What is it?
Take that, turnip scum.
Next time.
How are we doing here? This thing should be basically dead now. Yeah, I figured something like that would happen.
Got you good.
That's not right.
There we go. So let's quick save.
I agree.
You need a tiny bit of a potion to, or spell to get you back up.
Swords, not words.
I'll let you sort Emma out.
I am
You can do
ready.
with one more tiny spell.
Yes.
Then, can you do any more spells? You've got no more. And by spells, I mean traps.
Just fine.
You can set an exploding trap there.
I've set a trap for the beat up and unwary. I've set a trap for the beat up and unwary.
Let's see if we can do this with just traps today.
For the beat up and unwary. I've set a trap for the beat up and unwary. I've set a trap for the beat up and unwary.
We'll do the last one just there.
I've set a trap for the yes, a standard trap.
What is it?
That.
And a quick save.
Certainly. I'm getting sleepy.
She's already badly injured, so let's go in full force.
What do you want?
Jesus Christ, the hell are they? Slayer Shadows.
John Johnson at your service.
Yes.
Well, we know that taking... Where is Melsan? Little bitch went and did what? Dimension fucking doors.
What is it? Speak.
Level drain, of course. Is there an item that we can use that would restore the levels? But she can't. She can, she can't. She can't, because of course she can't.
soon. I am weak when I am tired.
You sound like Golda.
Okay, I've lost where I... Oh, she's up there. Jesus Christ.
Yes? Without doubt. Yes.
The hell is that? It would have been great if I'd have known where she was when she did that.
What? Is there equipment about?
Help however I can. What is it? Yes.
Uninjured, because of course she's uninjured. Okay, I'm going to have to load this up. We probably should have casted a few things.
Yes? Yes. Yes? What is it? Certainly.
I'm getting sleepy.
Yes. Speak. Yes.
What's she casting?
Don't yell. I can hear you just
Help
fine.
however I can. Yep. Yes?
What did she cast? Maze? Bitch. I suppose that's in some ways better. Yeah, well, that's to be expected.
Jon Johnson at your service.
What is it?
And you can have a potion of antidote.
Don't mean to. Pardon.
Name it.
Don't forget to praise me.
Yeah, we'll try.
Speak. Yes.
Minsk dead now. Of course, we've got a Bone Fiend in there now. Vella's. Can we take her down? We can't take her down. Okay.
It will be done.
Well, let's try and do this a different way. And by a different way, I mean exactly the same way as we've been trying every single... Ah, yes, you can't cast in that. How are we doing? We want negative plane protection, ideally. I'll cast the Defensive Harmony with you.
Point. I punch. Swords, not words.
What is it?
It's a very good question. I'll stick a stone skin on me.
Rules and men.
You can cast Bless.
I'll help however I can.
You can cast... Do we have any hastes left with you?
Don't yell.
We don't. Do we have any hastes left with you? We should do, but we don't.
It's long past time to turn it.
What you want?
A little rest.
I'm afraid I need you to take this off, my dear. I cast haste on everybody. We do have you with haste, don't we? Of course we don't. That doesn't stop us from drinking potions of haste. Ha!
Ready and willing.
I knew there was something there. Okay. Who's got the potions of haste? I believe it is probably me. In here? Do we not have any potions of haste? Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? There we are. We can do this twice actually. So, drink, drink, drink. Then you'll be able to move. Drink, drink, drink.
I'm getting sleepy. Just gonna stop.
Quick save.
Gotcha.
Everybody's here now.
Speed.
Everybody, intellect off.
Yes.
Attack. I need
What is it?
you to do greater whirlwind attack. You to do whirlwind attack.
Speed. I must rest soon. I am with yes. Certainly.
Everybody up here. Where the hell is she?
By Uncle Spanky Stomp.
What is it?
Where the hell is Melisande gone? I
What
need
can I do?
you to zap her with that. Did I remove her magic? Yes.
Speed.
Was she immune to my damage? Excellent, she failed her spellcasting. That's big. Really?
What is it? Without
Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
speed.
She's now near death. Again, I'm not far off. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Drink, 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 you idiots.
I am ready.
Who says what?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I promise.
What is it?
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. Yes.
I need some healing. Oh,
Don't we all?
it hurts so much.
Okay, we lost.
Speed. Quickly and precise. This is a lot more exciting than any circus.
Jarl Jonsson at your service.
Yes?
Now, do I have the Wand of Resurrection somewhere? I'm sure I have a Wand of Resurrection. There's spell striking, which needs to be done. Please tell me I've got a Wand of Resurrection still. Yeah, you can have that. Wand of Cursing, well that's pretty darn useless right now. Wand of Resurrection, please. There's Restoration at least, which she can cast on herself. Come on, Wand of Resurrection, Wand of Resurrection, Wand of Cursing. Wonder. What does that do? Random effect. Great. No, we do not have the Wand of Resurrection, which isn't helpful.
Speak your mind.
What is it?
Now, do you have a Raise Dead spell left? Yes. Well, now you can cast your last heal on him.
Now I remember why traveling with you was always so much fun.
Words, not words!
Okay.
I have had to drop what you gave me. I have only 2 arms and no more space.
Well, now you have 2 arms. Before you probably lost both of those. Okay. Inadequate strength, because of course you would have inadequate strength because everything's been reduced. Because of course it has. So we're going to have to stick Crom Freya on you to give you the strength that enables you to pick things up. Okay, well, it ain't much, but it's all we've got. You can do this on yourself.
I am ready.
I've never walked so much in my life.
No.
I must rest soon.
Rest would be well when I am tired and endanger ourselves.
Yes?
Okay, I'm going to try something out here, which I have heard could work. Whether it will work or not is a different matter. I have heard that casting this spell, who can cast it? Intelligence 17, Intelligence 17, Intelligence 16. Now do we have potions that can improve our intelligence? Potion of Genius, intelligence plus 4. Now I give me an intelligence of 21.
You need my skills, I
Does this increase that even more? Come on, drink it, Phil. Answer is yes, it does. Now, do I have anything that increases my wisdom? His wisdom is 14. Well, it can't hurt to have potion of insight. As well. Potion of freedom, invulnerability, and breath. That's literally it. Come on. So, he's now got that. Let's quick save it. He now needs to cast Wish. I'm ready. I'll read that all. Standing in before you is a djinn of immense power. The air is thick with electricity around it. It regards you coolly. Greetings to you, Spellweaver. Are you ready to begin negotiations? I'm ready. The djinn nods. As you say. Quickly the two of you begin negotiating a complex contract. The djinn is tricky, carefully attempting to twist your meaning with words, legal phrases and clauses that you can barely understand. Fortunately, you're quick to catch on. Before long, you begin tricking the djinn's phrasings yourself, leaving it quite frustrated. Yes, you still doubt you'll get what you want, but the chances are the djinn won't be able to trick you. Let's go. Make it as if the entire party has just rested a full night and rememorized all of their spells. This is the one that we need, because it heals everybody up. Most importantly, though, traps. This game is over.
What is it?
And it will be over in the cheesiest way possible.
Speak.
So first off, we are going to set everybody to have all of their spells on here. Oh yes, you can't do anything with those, that's fine. You're going to stone skin up. You're going to cast Bless on us all, Minsk. Because you're a lovely chap. You are going to iron skins yourself, actually. Wherever iron skins is.
What do you want?
You can't cast spells, but you can.
Whatever I can.
And you are going to cast one of these babies.
Yes?
Oh, and you are going to just quickly grab a haste in there.
What is it? Speak.
Forth where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
Okay, well,
I await it is done.
Yes?
so I'm very happy now that we have got this game in the bag. What on earth has gone wrong with him? Oh,
Minsk and Bhaal stand aside.
I am ready.
okay, and by in the bag, I mean this is ballsed.
Monster has his name.
Come on, really? Okay, you hold on to that.
Speak your mind.
Come on,
Next time. Nature's servant awaits.
really?
Must get aid soon, armored.
Speak.
Who says what?
Are these the things that can't be injured with... Oh, well, now I'm going to just load the game.
Nature's servant is done.
You put where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
Right, I want to check up on these Mariliths. Because I think if these are the things that require non-magical weapons to hit, I'm going to be really pissed off. Marilith. Enemy, boom, 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 boom. Immune to normal weapons. Fair enough.
Yes? Next time.
Swords, not words! Jump on my sword while you can, evil.
You'll be done.
Mince and wounds and death. Live by the sword. Live a good long time. Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
Speak. My weapon does
It has
nothing.
no effect.
Why? Really not happy with this at all. Okay.
Yes?
Where are the ordinary arrows? I've got 44 of them.
You point where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
Oh, that's what it is. Duh, Jesus wept.
What is it? Next time.
So I need you to cast that on her, you to cast that on her.
Swords, not words. Mince and wounds and death.
Nature's servant awaits.
Is this? Why is this thing protected? Is it? So we've killed the fallen thingamajig. Minsk is fine.
Speak.
So what the hell is going wrong with her? Okay. Okay, so kill one of those things. Right,
Yes.
you take down this thing now. Okay, everybody take down this thing now. You need to cast... No, I'll do it. No, everybody else.
Speak. Yes?
And now we just need to take this thing down.
How faster than to take a fast pause.
So you've now lost those, so I will... How are we doing? We're doing good. Bullets +4, you can have those.
What is it?
Just kill this thing, please.
What can
Then
I do?
you can raise the dead on Jahira. God knows how we managed to do this all the time. Jahira, you can then cast heal upon yourself.
Speak. I am ready. It is done.
And then we just pick up all of this crap that you dropped. Such is life, Jahira, such is life. Bone club. Yeah, we don't need that. What I need is your exploding club. Yeah, I'll take the detonation. Actually, I think that's probably better overall. All told. So I'm going to quick save here.
What do you want?
You need my skills, I see.
Yeah, I do. I need... the exploding trap to come down here.
I've set a trap for the
Yes, you have, mister.
This is a lot more
You sound
exciting than the circus.
Now, let's do everything that we can.
I've set a trap for the feet of the unwary. I've set a trap for the feet of the unwary.
Don't want a time trap, but I do want a spike trap.
I've set a trap for the feet of the unwary.
Are we able to set more?
I've set a
We
trap
are.
for the feet of the unwary.
Frankly, the more the merrier.
I've set a trap for the feet of the unwary.
And I'll see if I can do your last one here. We can.
Is there a griffin about?
Are we able?
I've set a trap for the feet of the unwary.
Come on, just a couple more. Okay, well,
Don't yell. I can hear you. Yes,
such
yes.
is life.
Standard tactic, that.
I'm going to save this to quick save 3. We are going to see.
We'll be done.
Oh, I am going to
Janssen and I can do that.
add a couple of bits and pieces to our
Speed.
Every hamster
litany here.
has his day.
You can bless us all. You can do yourself a mirror image. You're unable to do anything at the moment. You do that.
Time to move.
Yeah, I'm just going to take off your armor, and then you can start casting things. Primarily haste.
What do you want?
Then you can cast this.
You need something?
You can cast another chant.
You need my skills, I
And
see.
you can cast. Hmm. 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 Nothing else.
Name.
You can now cast Stone Skin on yourself. Now you can put this back on.
Yes?
Quick save it.
Certainly.
Oh my god, come on.
You were stronger than even I imagined. Your destiny.
So, I mean, we've basically done her 210 points of damage, and she's already near death.
What is it?
So we'll attack her,
Yes.
we'll breach her. Oh, you are kidding me. Why?
Yes, it will be done.
Okay. So,
You are stronger than even I imagined. So, your destiny versus mine. Let's finish this now, once and for all. To the victor go the spoils.
140, 195, 206. So first off, you need to do that.
Yeah.
You need to do that.
What is it?
Hit,
You point. I
hit,
point.
Nature's servant awaits.
kill.
Swords, not words.
Greater whirlwind. Greater whirlwind.
Mince and rules stand
Why is she? But oh, we did it. There we go. Boom. I knew it wouldn't take long. Not if she didn't get that hit. If she got that heal off, then we were absolutely fucked. But
Enough, Amelisand. The gods have decreed this contest is over. You are no god, Mr. Claus. You play with stolen energies that make you immortal, that give you great power. But that does not make you. The false book has got one! Believe it! Oh, I would die first! But you cannot die, so long as the essences are within you. Even now, however, they struggle to flee from your weakened pain. You are defeated, and destiny belongs to the victor. No! No! I will kill them all! You will do nothing, Amelisand, but accept your fate. The time that was mentioned has come, Godchild. There is a choice before you. You have prevailed against all that have assailed you, and now you must decide your fate. Only one other spawn of the dead god remains, the sibling who fought at your side. Her portion of the essence is not large, but she must make a choice.
you mean me, don't you? You're talking about the part of me that's the taint, the powers I've developed.
Do you intend to keep that essence, Godchild? Or will you surrender it to your elder spirit?
If I could have gotten rid of it voluntarily, I would have done a long time ago. Ugh. Take it. I don't want it. I never wanted it.
As you wish, Emily, so it is done. The only decision that remains then belongs to your sibling. The vast majority of the soul essences of the children of Bhaal, Lord of Murder, now belong to you, and you alone. You must now decide what to do with this power. Be wise. The choice is for your victor.
What are my options?
First, you may choose to surrender that portion of the essence which remains with you. It shall be given to Amelisand, and her soul, with all the essence it contains, shall be destroyed. You may think this brutal, but Amelisand has welded the essence to her own soul, foolishly, and there is no other way. The price of ambition is always high. Surrendering the essence will allow the gods to remove its evil taint and hide it well within the halls of Mount Celestial, forever preventing it from serving for their souls. You, Bhaalspawn, would be made immortal, free to continue your life with a destiny of your own choosing. The manipulations of gods will no longer be your concern, and your soul will be untainted.
And my other choice?
Once a Melisande soul is destroyed and the essence released, you may accept it into yourself if you want it, and the throne of Bhaal will be yours to command. You have fought against the taint of your father with great vigilance. It is most impressive. Impressive enough that I would be willing to remain by your side. The power you may claim will bring you enemies, and the attentions of evil gods such as Ciri, who usurped your sire's godly role by the edict of Al the Overfather. I will fight by your side and help you achieve whatever destiny awaits in the flames. Your future is unknown even to the gods, although it will certainly be a great one. The choice is difficult, but these are your two options, Bhaal. This is where your destiny is realized, and your future begins.
Well, it's funny that this situation should come up. It's not something that I like to think about much, but I spent a whole year as a god back in '03.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Why only a year? It's a touching and involved tale, but I'm happy to shed some light on it if it helps with your predicament. This I've got to hear. It's nice to hear you eager for once. It's not every day that a gnome finds himself in the middle of the abyss fighting an avatar and talking to a solar, you know? I haven't done that for at least a year now. Although, to be honest, the last time was only in the company of Auntie Patty. Now, we all know what a pushover Larry was. What a pushover her Larry was, and it's nice to see that my tribulations in this party are recognized. Anyway, it was during the time of troubles that I'd run afoul of some Baneite cultists who accidentally mistook me for Bane's earthly avatar. Don't ask. But maybe they didn't have a picture. I wasn't sure what to think myself and resolved to spend more attention towards my breath in the future. It wasn't long before I was worshipped by thousands on a regular basis. They made good stew, and the constant chanting wasn't unpleasant, so I decided to play along. No one grows turnips under the threat of eternal torment quite as well as the Dreadmaster, and I'll stand by that statement to this day. Well, it wasn't long before the whole time of troubles thing was over, and suddenly little old worship me found himself up in the heavens before the Overfather himself. Seems they were short of death gods at the time, and it didn't seem like such a bad gig, so I took him up on his offer. Plus, the dental plan was extraordinary. Being a god isn't what you'd expect, though. Sue was all over me from day one. I hear she developed a thing for turnips about a decade ago. She just wouldn't leave me alone. There were parties at all hours of the night. Lyra would get plastered and fall into the lily pond, and eventually Torm would start a brawl with somebody. You know what it's like to have Helm pounding on your door at 3 a.m? I never could get any sleep at all. If it wasn't one thing, it was getting slapped by Umberly or hit on by Loviatar. All night long, and in the morning, all the gods would be in a foul mood. Terrible. I couldn't find anything good about the experience at all. No wonder Ao kicked them all out. He probably had to catch up on his housekeeping of all things. Well, after all of that, I was more than happy to let Surik have the job. Eager puppy that he was. Left it behind me for a turnip farm and a nice pension, and gladly, although I eventually traded the pension for some stock in a Spelljammer trading cruiser, which was a bad decision. But us mortals aren't immune to that, of course. Lost the farm too in a game of checkers to Uncle Fibbit. But that turned out all right, as the turnips got a bad rot that year and Uncle Fibbit died of too much intestinal gas. Poor man. Anyhow, I hope all my experience has been of some help. Feel free to accept other options. No need to stare now. Move on, move on.
Or say it is not so. We will no longer fight evil together. Oh, we miss you. Forever shall we hang our heads in sadness in remembrance of our great butt-kicking friend. Boo and I will say, we knew the hero, and people will of course believe us, and maybe they will look at us more strangely than they do now. Or maybe not.
So, it's finally come down to this, has it? After all we've been through, right from Candlekeep and Baldur's Gate, through Irenicus and Bodhi and their plans, I wonder what Brian would explain.
Me? I'll miss you. If you go, you're more than a sister to me. I owe you everything. But who wouldn't want to see the plains? Who wouldn't want to see this through to the proper end?
It seems my promise to Brian is his last utterance. It will be difficult to watch you move on to a higher state of being, if that is where you choose to go. But you hardly need my guidance any longer.
I only pray the decision you make is right for you, Sir Evenstar. Even Gorion would ask you not to do no less.
What a terrible thing to decide. You fought for so long to get to this point. If you choose to keep all this power, there will be nothing more than more fighting.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to. What a frightening thing to become, but you've never taken the easy path, have you, Sir Evenstar?
The time has come to make your choice, Baldur. What is your wish?
Well, I think after all this, we always fought to retain our mortality and be normal. So I think I'm going to choose this.
Then you shall begin life anew, mortal, without the taint of your sire upon your soul, and the essence of Bhaal shall forever be hidden. You have done well, and freedom shall be your reward.
So you're going to stay immortal? Wow, after all that, we're going to end up on the road again. Must feel good, though, to have your own future ahead of you again, though, no?
It'll be the first time we'll be able to pick our path since we left Candlekeep. I can't wait.
Your decision has been made, Godchild. Now the act must be carried out. Prepare yourself.
Your divine essence slowly fades, and for a moment you feel empty, incomplete. It is frightening, but soon yields to a new sensation, one of hope. With your closest companions at your side, you are free to live out your mortal life, no longer a pawn in Bhaal's prophecy. The adventure draws to a close, but there will be more to come. Even as a mortal, you are to be looked upon in awe, and your power commands attention, both friendly and otherwise. Your life is yours, as are the trials to come. As years pass, tales of your exploits shall spread far and wide, and bards will sing your name along with heroes and villains of legend. Your life may be mortal, your time now finite, but the mark you have left upon the realms will endure.
There we go. Well, that's the first time I have ever completed the entire series of Baldur's Gate games, and I still consider them to be the best role-playing game ever made. There's just nothing quite like it. Okay, let's read their bios. Aerie continued adventuring after leaving Sarah Evenstar's company, driven in her travels to oppose slavery in any form. Her compassion grew tainted by revenge, however, revenge for what had been taken while she was in chains. She might have lost herself entirely had she not stumbled across a group of Averial enslaved in Cormia. They compelled her to come to Dale, the home she was originally stolen from, and she learned much whilst there. Most importantly, she learned that she was no longer one of them and stopped pining for wings she wouldn't use anyway. I'm sure she would have used them if she'd had them. Aerie eventually became a high priestess in Understan, a gnomish village her mentor, Quail, had sometimes spoken of. He'd been her true family, and it was among his people that she finally found peace. Oh, I'm sure being a tall, leggy, blonde elf in a village of stunties wasn't particularly a terrible fate, as they probably all worshipped her more than they did whatever god they served. Okay, done with her. Let's go with Minsk. The total nut job. The saga of the Bhaal spawn closed. Minsk fulfilled a long-promised oath. He returned to... Wasn't he Ares' bodyguard now? Anyway. He returned to Rashomon, hoping to regale the Ice Dragon Berserker Lodge with the tales of his deeds and earn a place within its hallowed halls. His words were not needed. Every tavern in Faerun had a bard singing of the valiant ranger, and he was welcomed as a hero. Eventually he formed his own adventuring company, the Justice Fist, striking fear into the hearts and faces of evil, until in his advancing age he set out again across the realms and disappeared. And what of Boo? Well, what was Minsk without Boo? The two would never be separated, and some stay there still together, up amongst the stars where hamsters are giants and men become legends. I'd always hoped that there'd be some adventure where Boo appeared as a giant hamster to save Minsk or something, but oh well, probably a mod somewhere. Imi, the most annoying character in the game, I think, but very, very handy in a pinch. And what of Imoen, the eternal child? She had long stood in the shadow of Sarah Evenstar, but she was her own person and would find her fate where she pleased. She returned to Candlekeep for a time, a formidable skill in magic granting a greater appreciation for its terms. It was smaller than she remembered, however, and she did not stay long. She was seen in such vaunted company as Kelvin, Blackstaff and Alminster, by all accounts encouraging them not to be such stick-in-the-muds. Her influence grew over time, and she may have founded a thieves' guild that now operates all the way to Neverwinter. When asked of this, she would always answer with a smile of purest innocence. "Hey, she would say. "It's just me, Imoen." Yep, so annoying. Painful. Jaheira. We haven't done Yan yet, have we? No. No. If ever I do this again, it'll be... Goodness. I don't know which characters I'll use. I'll probably just use all the new ones. The events of the Bhaal spawn saga affected Jaheira deeply. It was her duty to protect the greater balance of things, but in the years to come she found an increased portion of that fighting occurring with her own mind. Witness to great change while in Sarah Evenstar's company, she had become acutely aware of how fleeting life was and how the loss of those she held dear ate away at her thoughts. In time she would be known as a tireless champion of balance, one that sometimes acted in concert with the Harpers and sometimes did not. Always, however, she remained distant and guarded, never staying long in any one place. Jaheira would cross the realms thrice over, but she never did return to Tethir or the Sword Coast. Excuse me. Just the fading effects of COVID, sadly. Still going on there. But otherwise, I am A-OK. Jan Jansen's life, following his association with Sarah Evenstar, was typically convoluted. Barest of details hidden amongst half-truths and whole lies. According to his published memoirs, a Jansen in every port, after a short prison term for monkey smuggling, he returned to his first love, monkey smuggling. This led to the now infamous Gibbon Ride of 72, a tumultuous and altogether unclean event that seemed to centre on the estate of the shadow thief Valag. Jan would deny that he had planned the downfall of the rogue, but he was unable to explain what practical application he had intended for a horde of knife-wielding simians. Nevertheless, the death of the admittedly disliked and generally suspect Valag could not be attributed to the unknown. Strangely enough, Jan had alibis for each and every second of the day in question, and what a day it must have been. Relatives from across the realms came forward to say that he had stopped in for tea and turnips. At his later wedding to Lissa, Jan was asked how he managed to be in so many places all at once, and yet still so far from the scene of the crime. "Well," Jan would say, "when you have that many monkeys, anything's possible." And indeed it was. And I shall now leave you with the credits, because the people who made this absolutely deserve every possible chance to have their names read out, because they were and have created one of the greatest role-playing game stories in history. Possibly only to be superseded by The Witcher. At least in role-playing games. which I have played the first game part of, and own the third, but my computer isn't really good enough to run the third to the extent that I would like to play it out. And also, I'm not a big fan of hack and slash controls. I need an upgrade. I need to buy myself a game controller to do something like that. Oh, Demogorgon? Looks like it is. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic game. A few limitations. The crafting element was slowly being explored in the latter parts of the game, but the things, the items that you could build, half of them just weren't that good. And the basic items that came with Baldur's Gate 2, most of them were better in terms of the craftable things. I didn't really find much use for any of the iron stones. They didn't have a great deal of use. Only 2 or 3 characters could even think about using them, and once Jan had used any item, he could use much better helmets. Then Aerie, being a half cleric, could use clerical, because helmets don't for some reason count as armour in this game. But there were a few things that I would have liked to have used, but just couldn't justify including them. I mean, the Throne of Bhaal, and in the enhanced editions, rather I should say, the enhanced editions added a few more class-specific items to some of the classes that were much less covered. Excuse me. I mean, I think there was some shaman. I think maybe the shaman was an enhanced edition added character class, or maybe not. Not really sure, but they added a couple of items. But I mean, there's a few classes that just don't have any good items, and there are a few classes that are just absolute gash. Sorry, I haven't talked for this long in quite a while, as I haven't been able to play whilst COVID sort of ran riot through the family, albeit to no major effects, thankfully. A bit of a mild flu / head cold was the only real problems here, and of course having to do the schooling at home for my young son, which prevented me from doing any recording for 2 weeks, which has led to me reducing the releases of the videos down to 1 a week over Christmas, as I'll be on holiday and unable to record over those 4 weeks, or these 4 weeks, as you'll probably be seeing this episode, give or take the week I get back. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop talking now as my voice is going. Like I say, I haven't spoken for this long for a long time, so I shall leave you with the credits still rolling. Thank you ever so much for watching. I shall be back with a game of some description, I don't know what it is, in the new year, so Merry Christmas and festive period depending on your religion, etc., and Happy New Year depending on, again, I think, religion and nationality. But either way, I do hope you have a very pleasant few weeks. Thank you again. I'm Shelf Unit, and I shall see you in 2022. Goodbye. And if you're wondering what the noises you might be hearing in the background are at the moment, it will be me making a apple and fig crumble in the kitchen, which is next door.